So I'm at work and I'm on break and I can't sing loud, of course, because I have a lot of people who's in and out of the lobby, and of course I do security. So it's like, why is the security officer sitting in our lobby eating food and singing? So I don't want to sing too loud or too much. Anyways, I hope you guys like the little harmonizing that I just did. So I came on here to basically tell you guys, everybody who watched my video earlier, y'all, I don't know why I won't do right, but I'm trying to do better. So I finally got a chance to eat my sandwich, and I haven't eaten it yet. I just came on break. But I went to Chick-fil-A and I got a spicy chicken sandwich. Y'all don't forget to wash your hands before y'all eat y'all food, because we always be like getting to our desk and wiping off our desk and being like, man, I'm not eating all this food that's been all over such and such and such. And then we just go and eat some food without washing our hands. You can't be picky with other people and your cleanliness and still be all, doing that. Oh yeah, if y'all cooking for somebody, don't be scratching in y'all head, because that's not cute, okay? I'm just letting y'all know, okay? Anyways, so I got a spicy chicken sandwich with no pickles from the Chick-fil-A. I had my smoothie earlier and it was good. I have a frosted lemonade from Chick-fil-A. If you guys have not tried it, y'all are missing out on life, for real. So I like pickles for my sandwich. I'm finna eat this sandwich cold, y'all. If y'all ain't never had cold chicken, y'all ain't never had the struggle, okay? So I like chicken cold, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat my sandwich cold. So I still have to watch the console even though I'm on break, but yeah, so we're not never really on break. And I got my radio with me just in case they have to call, and my console is over there looking all lonely, y'all. That's where I sit for almost 8 hours of my life during the daytime. I sit over there and I say hello to people. I am hello, good night, have a good one. By the time my shift comes in, everybody be ready to run out the door, and I be happy to say goodbye to them, because some of them they happy to say bye and some of them they're not. Security is a 24/7 job, so we're always working. And because I'm a utility officer, I am able to see all the shifts leave and come. So if you guys have never had a Chick-fil-A sandwich without Polynesian sauce, where have y'all been in life? So let me show you guys how I eat my sandwich. I take my bread, everything apart, and then I just dip it inside of the Polynesian sauce like that. So it's fully saturated. And that's how I eat my sandwich. So then, after I eat the first piece of bread, I take a few pieces off the meat, dip it in the sauce, and I eat it. So throughout this video, y'all might hear a little bit of vacuuming because we have the cleaners vacuuming in the lobby. If y'all see me still looking over there, that's because I'm looking at my console. Let me show you guys. It's like a waiting area for people who come in here and they have meetings. People who come in here and it's another one of those exact things behind me on the other side of that big wall right there. There's another seating area and something that's in the side. So this is a very, very high-tech, high-class buildings. They have mirrors in the elevator, and people watch themselves while they on the elevator. Because, sometimes people complain about being in the elevator too long. But, what do you expect? You go to the 25th floor. They be like, the elevator ride is too long. What, you want to fly up there? What is happening in the world? People are the most complaining people I know. They complain about everything. They'll ask you to fry their bread and complain because it's fried. It's crazy. So, I'm eating my food. And I had something to talk to you all about. Sorry about this nastiness y'all gotta watch while I'm eating and chewing and stuff. But I had something to talk to you about. It's something about a conversation that I had earlier with a friend. He was just talking about how good it felt to have a good friend. I don't know why, but people always have really, really deep conversations with me. They always confide in me about stuff that they feel, what they do with their life, and all the stuff that they talk to me about a lot of stuff, but I can't call a lot of people friends. So he was just telling me, how great it is to be able to call someone a friend and how beautiful the friendship is and everything. He asked me when my next vacation is going to be, and honestly, I don't know when my next vacation is. He also talked to me about, overworking myself and just being youthful while I can, and etc. So, on a deep note, I know y'all, I be getting deep sometimes because that's just how I am. Sometimes I'm silly, sometimes I talk. But let's have a real chit chat, girl to girl, man to man, woman to man. So the reason why I'm working so hard is because I have a goal that I'm trying to hit before I get 30, and I'm almost 30. So I would like to have my own business opened up by the time I get 30 years old. I have a whole lot of things that I have to accomplish before I get to be 30 and have kids and all of that stuff like that. So I have been working extra hard. I worked 20 hours yesterday, and I'm doing a whole lot. Don't you know what he told me? He said, you're not going to accomplish your goals that way. I said, well, how do you know? He goes, let's just say I learned from experience. Now, on a normal circumstance, I would say I'm not going to allow someone to discourage me from my goal. But it's something about the way he said it that made me feel like what he said was true. So I have to go home and rethink how I want to accomplish this goal that I have. I have to go home and really, really take the time to see why I was given that message from him. Sometimes what people say is not negativity. Sometimes what they're saying is a message, and you just have to listen. So because I do a lot of stuff alone, I don't take a lot of people's advice, because whenever I'm dealing with it, nobody's going to be there to help me fix the problem. Nobody's going to do anything that has anything to do with nothing, and I'm just going to be in a world of it by myself. When I need a ride to work, I don't have friends that I can call and be like, hey, I need a ride, kid, you got me. Me and him was talking about that for a long time, and he was just really, really stressing the fact about having a good friend. And I was just explaining to him, sometimes your friends just can't show up and show out for you all the time. But he was just saying, when you have a good friend, they'll stop anything they're doing, and they'll come to your rescue. And I'm still sticking to if you have a friend and they're busy, they might be at work, they could be somewhere where they just can't come right now, and you can't expect your friends to have nine arms. So I do admit that I am one of those friends who will stop anything that I'm doing, no matter what I'm doing, to try to help a friend, because you will never know what somebody may need. And not only that, you will never know when you'll need somebody else to help. And with that being said, I try not to ask things just unreasonable, especially if I know this is around the time my friend normally goes to work and they might just be getting up and they just cannot come. Sometimes you have to be responsible and just do things how you know that they're supposed to be done in a responsible manner, and get up on time. Try not to be rushing. But let's just be honest with ourselves if we are going to be honest. Sometimes you don't have to do anything wrong for things to go completely wrong in the daytime. You don't have to do nothing wrong. You could have done everything right. You could have woke up 3 hours in advance, 3 hours earlier than what you had to wake up, and still end up late for work. Excuse me 1 second, you guys. Have a good night. You too, enjoy. So we have a lot of people in our lobby. Excuse me, I don't know why everybody's in the lobby. My nose has been itching all day. I don't be playing around with y'all nose around the food either, because don't do what I'm doing. But yeah. So I know sometimes out of nowhere I would just get deep on y'all. I am so sorry about how I am. I just really cannot control whatever comes out. If something happens and I just started feeling that way, just out of nowhere, that's just how I am. It's just what I do. It's my whole personality. So this morning when I got up, and I guess I'm having another deep moment, y'all. I'm going to tell this story on YouTube because I have a YouTube page. I'm going to actually tell this story about something that happened to me years and years ago. I was about 22 years old, and I had to stop and think about why do I really not want to do hair anymore. I went to school to do hair. Let me tell you what made me think about this too. You see how I have my hair pinned up? So this is not a hairstyle. I've never seen anybody with this hairstyle. This is just something that I threw together this morning to just avoid dirtiness, to avoid something that was in my hair. Just, I had Bantu knots right here in this area. It was really cute last night. It was all crinkly, curly and stuff. And I got home with the intention of shampooing my hair, but I decided not to shampoo my hair because I was really tired from working 20 hours in a row. So when I got home, I really just wanted to wind down and just chill out and not just have to worry about nothing. But my hair is super dirty. Like, I need to shampoo my hair for real, like yesterday, like 2 weeks ago yesterday. So, and the reason why is not because my hair is dirty, but because of the products that I put in my hair. It's like I put deep conditioner in my hair and I leave it in there. And now, if you ever leave deep conditioner in your hair, it's okay, but it definitely leaves some debris in your hair. Then on top of it, I've been putting gel on my hair. I've been putting all types of stuff in my hair. I've had hairstyle on top of hairstyle, and it's just time. So this morning when I got up, I said, I need to shampoo my hair, but I think I need to rest just a little bit more. Instead of me just resting like I knew I needed to, I decided to do what I needed to do anyway and just lay down, because your body will tell you when it's tired. So I'm just laying down, minding my own business, and then I was just like, Lord, I got all this hair. What am I going to do to my head? I'm never worried about what I'm going to do to my hair. You know why? I went to school for hair. And I remember the reason why I went to school for hair. I can fix any hairstyle. It can look a hot mess, and I can fix it. And it could be dirty, it could be clean. I don't like to touch other people's dirty hair, but I can touch my own dirty hair because it belongs to me, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do because it's my hair. But I can fix anything. I remember how excited I was actually going to hair school. I was just really excited. I loved, every minute of it. I thought because I knew how to do my own hair that I was going to be excited to go to hair school. But for some reason, I lost my drive when I got in hair school until when I found out that they only teach you the basics in hair school. So everything that I already knew, I basically was just recapping what I've already knew, and they wasn't going to teach me anything different than what is college for? Isn't college to learn something? Like, you're supposed to learn what's important. You're supposed to learn anything in your field. That anybody have any questions about it, whatever you have going on about your field, you should know it before you leave. And it shouldn't have to be because you asked the question. It should be because you learned it, and that's because it was in the book. It was because whoever is going through it before you, the instructor, should have had the answer to whatever question. Like, let's just say something happened to XYZ. Let's just say a flat iron caught on fire, or whatever the case is. The instructor should have had the answer for that before anybody got to ask it. And we should not have just been taught the basics, is my answer to why I did not like hair school. But I didn't hate hair school as much as everybody else. I also hated going to hair school because every day I got up, it was always a complaint about every single thing. People did not like having to go to hair school and actually not, like, we had clients that came in and we weren't getting paid to do it, but they could still give us tip. You mean to tell me I chose a profession that I can go to school and still get money? What? So I'm getting my little tips every day. People complain about them just getting $5. People complaining about having to do hair for free. People, just all types of stuff. So when I first started working in the working in a hair salon, I guess I was excited to get a job in the hair salon before I graduated school. I was the only one in my class that got a job in a hair salon before anybody else. And then I put on some of my friends, like, girl, yeah, you can go to this place, you can go to that place, and just whatever. So they started me out doing roller sets, and I can do whatever I wanted to do. So it was $10 for roller sets. I was getting commission, $5 to each head. So that's what I was getting. I was getting paid $5 per head to do. I was like, was it really worth it? So I stopped getting really excited about hair school about doing hair, because one day I was doing somebody's hair, or we had this little thing, and I was a model in the hair show. I got modeled in the hair show every single year. This lady, she stopped me, and the owner of the shop that I work for, she started to say, well, we're going to use your picture to put inside of the newsletter so that we can attract more customers or whatever. One of the girls, she said, well, why we got to use her picture? She was like, well, why not? She was like, well, she's not the only pretty one in here, and you can use somebody else's picture, such and such and such. She take good pictures. She's pretty too. She was like, well, we're not using her picture because she's pretty. We just using her picture because it's nice, and we think that. She was like, well, we have anybody who wanted a better picture. Y'all can find a picture we can put in there, but until then, we're going to use hers. She was just being real nasty about it, and everybody else jumped on board, and they all just basically just jumped on me, and I had nothing to do with anything. So she was looking like over there at me like, but she was basically defending me by herself. Okay, so I could have said something because it was about me, but I chose not to entertain her negativity or any of their negativity. I barely had anybody on my side, but I did not encourage anything negative that had anything to do with that, because I didn't want to have nothing to do with that. Long story short, I ended up quitting at that hair shop. I ended up kind of sort of getting fired from the other one because I accidentally cut one of the clients' hair. Like, she had hair down her back when she came in for she wanted for a little bit more fullness. Sorry about this. She just wanted a little bit more fullness. Anyway, she had really long hair, but it was just kind of thin. And so when I was clipping her hair, she loved her hair, but she said some of my hair got cut. I said, well, no, it didn't get cut. She was just like, yeah, some of my hair did get cut because my hair was longer than this. So when the girl came over there, she was like, yeah, some of her hair did get cut. And so it was just a big mess, a whole big misunderstanding. And I didn't care enough to fight for the job. So, I don't know. I was apologizing to the girl for her hair being cut. And, I mean, it might have just been a little bit of her hair that got cut, but I wouldn't have liked it if somebody cut my hair. So that's what ended up happening, and it was just a whole lot of incidents where I just started hating doing hair. So anyways, so I said a whole lot. I still have a whole lot more to say, but I'm pretty sure you guys got to go to sleep and you got stuff that you got to do. If you guys have want to hear me talk about anything, just let me know. Comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching me live. Look how I dissected my sandwich. That's as far as I've gotten right. So, if you guys want to hear me sing, if you guys want to hear me talk, whatever you want to hear me do, just let me know. Don't scared from what you want to do. While on my journey of not wanting to do hair anymore, I did realize what I do want to do. I wanted to do it all along, but I decided that I wanted to try for something that was more realistic, like doing hair. I lost sight of what I really, really wanted to do in life because I said I was going to go hair. Now I'm stuck with student loans and doing something that I really don't want to do because I thought that I was excited to do hair, only because I like to do my own hair. I stopped liking to do hair because people don't take care of their hairstyle. Then they come back to you and be like, my roller set didn't last for 2 days. Then you have a whole lot of customers come back and say, hey, my roller set lasted me so long. That was the best roller set I ever had. My relaxer lasted me for 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks. And you have those satisfied clients who leave you $20 tips and leave you $5 tips. And they're happy with the service. They're happy to have come to you. They love the conversation because they know that what they were saying was just going to stay with me. And I was happy with satisfying my customers. I love to do that. But let's not mistake being satisfied with the customers to being like actually loving your career. I just kept telling myself, when I get older, I'm going to open up me a hair salon. I'm going to do all this stuff. I made myself excited about it. Now, if I would have continued to do hair, I would have still been excited about it. But I wouldn't have been as excited as I would be right now doing what I'm doing. So eventually, I'm going to open up my own business. I'm a writer, but it's going to be a poetry little spot, and we're going to all get together, play our music, we're going to sing, and we're going to do vibing, we're going to just snap our fingers, and we're going to be happy. So I want to employ people who I can help. I can be a mentor to somebody. I don't want anybody to have started from where I started from. I want to do a lot of stuff with my life. I'm still excited about all the goals that I have. I'm going to make my own music. I'm going to stand on stage. Have you guys ever had somebody tell you that you have a goal that's way too big? What is that? What is a goal that's too big? I don't understand. People scare me, y'all. And I'm not saying scare me like I'm gonna fall out dying if somebody jumps off the bushes at me. I'm talking about they scare me like they're just so negative. Have you guys ever played this game called Word Buzz? Let me show you guys what it looks like. So, hello. So I have a visitor. But this is what I like to play. It's called Word Buzz. The one I'm going to play right now is called Time Trial. And basically what you have to do is, it's going to give you a word right here, and it's going to give you a certain amount of time. It gave me 26 seconds to find that word, and it says S-I-M. And the next word is E-M-E. And the next word is aura. And you have to keep on going until you run out of word. Ooh, find it. Where is it? Okay, there it goes. Isis. Can you guys see that? It's really hard to find some of these words. Oh, here we go. But I'm really, really good at it. The hardest part of this game is actually like forgetting what word that you was trying to find. When I get done with this game, I'm gonna go back off my break because, yay. So I'm doing really good at this game. I love being a good friend to other people because sometimes I missed the word. I forgot what the word was. I lost. I didn't even see it. No lie. I didn't even see the word. Okay, whatever. I hate that I lost. I was doing so well. Okay, wait. Sometimes they give you like 8-letter words. Sometimes they give you 3-letter words, 2-letter words. Well, never 2-letter words, but whatever. But like I was saying, like, have you ever had somebody tell you that your dreams or your goals are way too big? Or you got too much going on, or you just want to do too much, and it's not. I'm gonna accomplish every last one of my goals. I'm gonna do everything I said I'm gonna do. I am not gonna worry about what nobody's gonna say about me. I'm not gonna worry about whether that girl doesn't want me to have my picture inside of the thing, because I didn't ask for that. I didn't say I was pretty. I never said I wanted my picture in a newsletter. She still ended up using my picture for it. Y'all know what? On a serious note, God always puts you in a position to be okay. It is so beautiful that you have so many people try to tear you down, even when you don't say anything, and even when you haven't done anything to harm someone else. When you just sit there minding your own business, trouble can come to you. And that's what I felt like that day. Like, what did I do to deserve for you to say that to me? Out of all people in here, you could have like verbally attacked. You decided to attack me. A lot of times I don't say anything about people verbally attacking me. But you know why? Because God will fight my battles for me. And if it's in a situation where I really do have to fight my battles myself, I know exactly how to do that. All right, so. Was that Good Luck Charm? Yeah, that was good. Why did that tune just come to my head, y'all? My little area is over there, just right, quiet. It's over there, quiet as mud. Okay, so I think I did it again. I think I did it again. I think I did it again. I came up with a name for my business, y'all. I came up with a name for my clothes line. My poetry book is okay. I got a kids book coming out I'm working on illustrations for. I have a novel that I'm working on actively, and I'm excited about what I am doing with my life. I'm excited about my accomplishments. I'm excited about the job that I have right now. I don't have anybody babysitting me. I don't have nobody like looking over me every 2 seconds. I don't have to stand up all day. That's what I mean. God will handle your problems for you. He will take you out of one situation that's way overbearing to put you in a situation that you can handle. Put you in a situation that he knew you can handle at first, and just make it better for you, where you won't feel sad about going to work. You don't think that somebody's going to verbally attack you right here. He'll put you in a situation that'll be so grand that everybody else that used to attack you will be looking at you wondering, how did you make it out of that dark place so in one piece? You want me to tell you how I made it out in one piece? I prayed about it. I prayed about it when I was 17. I prayed about it when I was 18. All the way up till now. And I just continue to trust God was going to do exactly what he said he was going to do. So anyways, enough of that and enough of this chewing. So the way I got my hair like this is I put a ponytail up there, and that's in a bun. The part that I left out for the Bantu knots, I just twisted it around this piece right here, and then I just knotted it up. So my coworker, she just said, "Girl, you got some long hair." I was like, "How you know?" She's like, "Oh, that's your hair, right?" I was like, "Yeah, but you really can't tell how long it is." I don't know how you can tell, but she said I had long hair. It was longer than I remembered it being. My hair's like, that's not bad. But I haven't had my hair straightened in so long, and I can't wait to straighten it again. I really, really want to straighten it. Have a good night. I just haven't had the time. Before I go, I am going to tell you guys this. So I was signing in today, and my coworker says, he's actually my supervisor, but he always comes to my desk and talks to me. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the video, people feel very comfortable with talking to me about stuff. So he was like, that I have 2 of everything that I have on my sandwich. And I said, "No, I don't have 2 of everything, but you can have half of my sandwich if you like. And you can have half of the fries." So he was like, "Nah, I know how important eating is to you. I know you don't be eating." He was like, "Which I don't know why you don't eat. You need to just go ahead and put your lunch together before you get to work." And I was like, "I don't be having time." So everything he said, I told him I didn't have time. He was like, "You don't have time to put food together before you, for this reason or that reason. Good night." He was like, "You don't have time to do this and do that." I just started shaking my head, because you don't dictate somebody else's schedule. Now I'm finna tell you guys what my schedule is, what it has been for the last a while. So I have to be at work at I'm gonna say regular time. I'm not gonna do military time. From 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., right? When I get off I get up at 4:30 to get to work, right? So when I get up at 4:30, I have to leave home by 5:30. Okay, so by the time I leave home at 5:30, well, it actually has to be 5:20 that I leave home. I leave there by 5:20. I get to work by 6:45, 6:52 or something like that, like barely enough to clock in. I get to work. I get off at 3. I get home at 5. So to get 6 hours of sleep, I have to be in the bed by 7 or 8 o'clock. So when I get up at 4:30, okay, so by the time I get to sleep at that time, I'm literally coming home and having 3 hours in between there just to actually just enjoy myself or enjoy my apartment before I have to leave again because of the way the buses run. On the weekends, I have to be at work at 7 p.m. and get off at 7 a.m. So if I could, on Saturday morning when it rolls over at 7 a.m., I get off at 7 a.m. I get home at least by 9. By the time I get off at 9, I have to be back at work at 7 again, which means I have to wake up at 4 to get out by 5. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So that's 9 hours in between my work shift and my next work shift. By the time I get home at 9 o'clock, I'll take away 2 of that 9 and get 7. So I'll actually get 7 hours of sleep if I go to sleep right when I get home. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I have 3 jobs. So if all 3 of my jobs, if I leave one job at 3 p.m. and I got there at 7, get off at 3, I have to be at the next job by 3:30, get off at 11. Then I have to turn right back around and be back at work at 7 a.m. And I'm still trying to figure out, do you really feel like I have time to actually, do what you're saying you do? Sometimes you have to choose between whether you want to eat or sleep. I know it's not healthy to work the way I'm working right now. I'm working on doing better. But at the end of the day, my point is, you can't tell somebody how much time that they need to have, what they need to be doing, and how they need to do it. Because if you ain't in their shoes, you don't have no idea what people have to go through. I bet he couldn't do anything, none of the things that I do. I walk 15 minutes to my apartment when I get off, 15 minutes to come from there. And if I ever have to get off and have to be back at work at 7 o'clock, let's just say I have 5 hours in between my job, I'm not going to go home. Let me tell you why. If it takes me 2 hours or even an hour and a half to get from my apartment, from to my house, and it takes me an hour and a half to get back, that's already taken off 3 hours of my life. Which means I only have 2 hours in between it to actually sleep. Now, why would I waste my time going home for 2 hours? I don't know. Why would I waste my time going home for 2 hours? With that being said, I'm taking showers at work, doing this at work, just doing all types of stuff so that I can be okay. At the end of the day, he doesn't have to walk from 15 minutes from his bus stop to his house. And he don't have to walk up and down the hill again to get to nowhere. He get in his little car and he be at home. After he fight traffic for 45 minutes. So, I don't know how long I took on my break, but I know that it's well over the time. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your love, all your positive comments. Thank you guys for all your inboxing me. Don't forget, if you guys inbox me or say anything to me, I will respond back to you. As long as it's not anything negative, I do respond back to you guys' comments. Just do not respond back to negativity. Don't forget to keep those positive vibes going. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and talk to me. And I will respond back to you guys. I hope you have a great night. And I thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to try this spicy chicken sandwich with that Polynesian sauce on it because it tastes so good. Have a good night.